I didn't get this on film when it first started happening, but I went over to pick up the rig and I was lowering it, and all of a sudden the right side dropped like an inch and a half with a big kind of a big thud. So I was kind of like, that's weird. I continued to work it very slowly because the lifting system kept tripping itself out. So it would turn the power off, wait a second, and then I'd have to turn the power back on to lift it. Well, I finally got it up high enough where I could get it onto the truck. Then when I was bringing the landing gear up, the driver's side jack was coming up fine, and the passenger side jack kept dropping and clunking. So I think that the screw drive inside has gotten stripped out. So I'm going to remove it now, take it apart and see what I can find, and then if I have to replace it, I'm going to have to replace it. 9/16 wrench. Disconnect the electrical. And this should just come straight out. So I was able to slide the jack screw out of the inside of the housing, and what holds it in is inside of here. This cap nut unit goes in here, which is actually this piece. It goes like so. There's a pin in it, and then a cotter pin goes in here to hold it in place. And it was very difficult to get the cotter pin out inside of this housing right here. So I got the cotter pin out, which allowed me to take this pin out and the cap off, which then allowed it to drop out from the inside of here out. So this normally is inside there, and then this right here is the jack screw that when the motor operates, it rotates to push the jack down or pull the jack up. So I think what's happened is this is stripped out right here. I'm going to spin this out and see what this looks like. It is very dry, so I need to figure out how to get in there and get those lubed with the motor on and inside of there. I may just have to pull the other one out and grease it manually. So I can't get the jack screw out because it's stripped. It just gets to this point right here and it binds up. So this plate right here is shot. I don't know if I get a new one of those or if I gotta buy a whole thing, but that's the problem right there. So let's see if we can find a new part, a new jack, or what it's going to take to get this thing back together. But I'm definitely going to pull the other one out and check it, maybe lube it, or these might only be sold in a pair. So we'll find out. Thanks to McCulloch RV, they were able to get my new jacks overnighted, so I have the new jack to replace the damaged one. And then I also purchased a second one because I'm going to replace them both right now. And I'm going to keep the other one as a backup in case one of these starts to go bad. At least I have a spare if I get in a tight situation. Took these out of the box. I did pull them apart to make sure they were greased, and these are greased adequately. I just need to put the motor in the first one and get it installed back into the RV. I did compare it to the original one that came out, and it's exactly the same. So everything should go quickly. Keep our fingers crossed. Put this heavy thing back in here. I would almost think that these tabs right here would sit on top of these and underneath to keep that thing from moving. But the other one that's installed has them go in that direction. I'm not going to change it because I don't want to take a chance on messing something up. But this one down here does look like it would hit the bottom of this block back here. So it is locked in from up and down. So I'm just going to put it back the way it was. I don't know what the specific torque setting is on these, but I'm just going to go back to where it was. Plug it in. You can't screw up on these because they can only go one way. Bingo, good news. Expensive little critters, but pretty easy to change out. I give it to them. I'll give them that credit. Let's finish putting this one together and we will get on the driver's side. Got the new foot on. Got the pin lock in. That one's looking good. Starting on this one, I removed the inner core of that just to make it lighter and to get it out of the way. Remove the foot with a simple snap pin. Now I'm going to remove these two nuts, take this off, remove this nut, disconnect the power and pull that out, take the motor off of this, put it onto the new jack, and then install the new jack. Heavy. When we take this motor head off, we want to make sure we put it back in the same orientation as the new one. So the little tab here is up, this tab is up, this hole is up, and this hole is up. So we just need to take this motor from this leveler here off and put it right onto that leveler with these two nuts here, one on each side. You're going to take these off with a 1/2 inch. One on each side. We're going to keep that one as a backup, emergency backup. You have to line the little piece inside of here to make sure it lines up with that one there. There we go. Get this one started.
I'm gonna take a quick nap and then we gotta
Then we flip this over after Kim takes a nap.
oh.
Hi Kim.
Hello there.
Then get this one started. that one a little snug. You don't want to tighten those too much because this is cast aluminum and that'll break on you. I'm going to widen these tangs out a little bit. Just to make it easier to slip that new. Hopefully I don't scratch up that nice powder coating. This little nubby here on the opposite side is sitting on top of this piece here, and the same thing down here, it's underneath to keep that from moving up or down. Tighten these back up. Bring the electrical around the back side. So connector into here. This connector into here. Let's see if it works. Perfect. Now I can finish putting the outside together. The pollen around here. It's green. Green from the pollen. Here we go. Last thing to do is to mark these where they go in the up position. This way when I go to retract them, I know exactly where it goes and I don't have to worry about counting the holes. I have to be cautious of that because my battery box right there, I can't go any higher than that. So I'll mark this one while I'm here. And I went ahead and marked it at the 14th hole. At the 14th hole, sounds like I'm playing golf. That way, I know where it goes when I'm taking my rig off of the fifth wheel pin. All in all, that went pretty dang smooth, I must say. Any challenges? No. Everything came out and went right back, plug and play. Kudos to Lippert for making that so easy. They're just a little expensive. Each jack is a little over $300 each. So that was $600 and some change, plus tax. But, you know, now I have a peace of mind that, knock on wood, and I'm not going to have to worry about these jacks for hopefully another 2 years or more. Other than that, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment down below. We always like reading those and sharing them with other readers as they browse through the comments as well. So don't be afraid to do this. It was really simple. If you have some basic tools, 9/16, 10 millimeter, a hammer, and an open end wrench, and some patience, you can do this too. It's, like I said, pretty simple. The only thing I'd say was difficult was they were pretty heavy, and trying to get them in and out of the front storage compartment was a little bit of a challenge, but it was totally doable. Other than that, we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching Tires on the Road.